Good afternoon, everybody. This is Pastor Walden, and I am grateful to bring you this week's Wisdom on Wednesday. Today's midweek topic is entitled Read. During early adulthood, a trend surfaced in some churches where pastors or evangelists would have what one would call a reader during service. This person's job would be to read a scripture or a passage of scripture related to the pastor's sermon. This is how it would go. The pastor would give the text and the scripture that was chosen to expound, and they would say to the selected person, "Read." The congregation loved it when that person could bring the scriptures they read to life, especially when they were somewhat animated in their delivery. Being an avid reader myself, I also relished those opportunities to read out loud upon the request. Whether it was the ask of my high school teacher in front of my college speech class, or even the reading of the scripture during devotion or praise and worship service. I'm grateful for the wisdom received from all of those experiences. Let me expound. The Bible teaches on every stage of a person's life, from a youth to an adult to an elder. But how will you know unless you read? Let's take a look at Ecclesiastes 12, 1, 3, 5, and 13 and 14 verses. Read! Don't let the excitement of youth cause you to forget your Creator. Honor Him in your youth before you grow old and say, life is not pleasant anymore. Remember Him before your legs, the guards of your house, start to tremble, and before your shoulders, the strong men stoop. Remember Him before your teeth, your few remaining servants stop grinding, and before your eyes, the women looking through the windows see dimly. Remember Him before you become fearful of falling and worry about danger in the streets. Before your hair turns white like an almond tree in bloom, and you drag along without energy like a dying grasshopper, and the cape of bearing no longer inspires sexual desire. Remember Him before you near the grave, your everlasting home, when the mourners will weep at your funeral. That's the whole story. Here now is my final conclusion. Fear God and obey His commands, for this is everyone's duty. God will judge us for everything we do, including every secret thing, whether good or bad. Here is the key to the day's wisdom. Reading is fundamental. The journey of godly reading teaches prerequisites of life that you can absolutely or cannot absolutely get around. James 1, 22 through 25 speaks about this and says it all. Read, but be doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. For if anyone is a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like a man observing his natural face in a mirror. For he observes himself, goes away, and immediately forgets what kind of man he was. But he who looks into the perfect law of liberty and continues in it, and is not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this one will be blessed in what he does. This is Pastor Walden, and that's your Wisdom on Wednesday. Your reference guide is to let the reading, the hearing, and the doing of the word and the work become perpetual. Don't forget to like our page at Conviction to Conversion. That's conviction, the number 2, conversion. And remember to stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Christ hath made you free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. Have a liberating day. Read.